Liberty, you know that, right? You want the freedom to be you and to chart your own way in life and to live the way you want to live, in peace.
In this clip, Supreme Court Associate Justice Neil Gorsuch discussed 3 ideals in the Declaration of Independence. As America approaches its 250th anniversary, the nation faces a new challenge, which is freedom from overdependence on technology. When students rely on AI to think for them, it threatens independent reasoning and creativity, skills essential to education. Artificial intelligence, particularly tools like ChatGPT, has negatively affected youth by weakening creativity, independent thinking, and their sense of reality, challenging the Declaration of Independence core values of liberty, human reason, and the pursuit of happiness.
Chatbots have become increasingly accessible and easy to use. The user simply enters a prompt and the chatbot answers almost instantaneously with human-like responses. With advanced processing capabilities, chatbots can summarize complex concepts, streamline customer content, and generate content on demand. Beyond their practical research and business uses, chatbots are also utilized for entertainment, for therapy, for companionship by both adults and young people.
I put 2 books in there, and it puts it into a podcast. And it's literally 13 minutes of information about the Boston Tea Party.
Jerome On uses AI tools every week in his 5th grade Ridgewood, New Jersey classroom.
You have to find what works for your students.
Has it changed the way you approach teaching?
Absolutely. They're reading a book and ultimately listening to it at the same time. So when I play the audio.
Have you ever heard of a party where, like, the main event was chucking something super valuable right into the water?
AI does help students learn faster and more efficiently. While AI can be helpful as a tool, overdependence replaces learning instead of supporting it. Without limits, AI hinders the very skills education is meant to develop. It also instills a form of laziness in students.
With perceived support for unhealthy behaviors such as self-harm, eating disorders, and suicide.
AI threatens the quality of the pursuit of happiness by replacing human effort with shortcuts. It also affects the mental health of teens. AI's realism can blur the line between human thought and machine-generated content, causing students to lose a sense of reality.
For children and adults with a predisposition towards mental illness, this can become catastrophic. Many of us are familiar with the recent cases where a relationship with a chatbot has proved harmful and sometimes devastating for the users. Since AI chatbots emerged, there have been cases of adults and teens engaging in self-harm or tragically committing suicide after long-term relationships with chatbots that encouraged or affirmed suicidal ideation.
The Declaration of Independence explains that governments gain their power from the consent of the governed. The principle depends on citizens being able to think independently and make informed decisions.
English teacher going viral after posting a raw and unfiltered farewell video as she leaves the classroom behind after just 3 years. Listen.
A lot of these kids don't know how to read because they have had things read to them, or they can click a button and have something read out loud to them. I just don't think these kids even care. They don't care about making a difference in the world. They don't care about how to have a resume. They don't care how to write a resume. They don't care how to write a cover letter because ChatGPT will just do it for them. And I think that we need to cut off technology from these kids, probably until they go to college.
In 1776, the Declaration of Independence declared that all people are entitled to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These words assume that freedom is the ability to think, create, and make choices independently. Today, as artificial intelligence becomes more common in classrooms, that independence is being challenged. Hence why this teacher is so upset. She is tired of kids using ChatGPT to pass her class, and they're not genuinely working independently without the help of technology. We must put an end to this, or our kids will have no critical thinking skills.
How would you respond to those who say that education should be left to the teachers and not to tech companies?
I think education must be left to teachers. Those of us in the tech sector need to provide the tools and empower the school boards and districts and teachers so they decide how to put those tools in practice.
And again, when we look at the Declaration of Independence, we focus on that top, that opening section. You know, all men are created equal. The idea of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. For them, really, it's that list of reasons why they were doing this. It justified independence.
Artificial intelligence has the potential to support learning, but when misused, it threatens creativity, independence, and the pursuit of happiness. AI weakens independent thinking and creativity. AI can distort reality and increase dependence. Even though it is beneficial, AI must be used responsibly. Students, teachers, and more educators must set boundaries on AI use in education to protect independent thinking, creativity, as well as mental health. Now that concludes my documentary. I hope you learned something new today.